An electric Audi A7 Allroad? Might this be it? Look at this here, the new electric front end. Look at that. This car can even lift up even further for even more off-road action or goes down. It has these special elements right here, illuminated Audi rings in the front. It has the capability of doing everything actually. It is a crossover, it's a coupe, it's an off-road vehicle, it's a A7-like top style, in the lower area more an SUV. Side profile is about 5 meters long or 196 inches, and it sits on the so-called PPE platform. The PPE platform is being used for the upcoming Audi Q6 e-tron and the A6 e-tron, so they're new big electric vehicles. It will feature like a 100 kilowatt hour battery for some 600 kilometers or 370 miles of range, and also 800 volt architecture for the charging technology for DC charging. In the rear, this is especially interesting. Look at that, slim integration of the tail lamps. This might really become reality, and also I love these red illuminated Audi rings in the rear. And I said this is, maybe also another bet mobile by Audi because it can do everything. It might also be an Audi Cybertruck because at this moment you see this coupe silhouette and it doesn't really open in a classic way but more in a pickup style way. Look at that, and we already have some rails here for bicycles. We'll soon also install one on there, and then the top part goes up and you have a pickup loading bed here. And when I think about, I'm doing mountain biking myself, this is really cool idea actually. So you can have a beautiful coupe concept on the top part. At the same time, you might be able to transport bicycles. So I think this is really a very interesting idea. Of course, not very good for aerodynamics when it's open. But maybe at some point the aerodynamics might not be the most important factor here. So what do you think about this design concept, really putting this coupe on the top and then the crossover in the lower bottom? This is really something that goes or wanders between worlds. And Audi wouldn't be Audi if they didn't play with some light signatures like here. Different signatures are available. They look a little bit alive. It's pretty amazing also, again with this slim integration. And this is, for example, the turning indicator, classic yellow style then, at least for European versions. This would be a charging indicator, so while charging. Or, for example, when you are in the autonomous mode, it is then the blue light. Here, look at that once again from the side profile. Here, this detail here, I think is really interesting because at this level and here, this level stays the same. So the car lifts up, this goes down. This is kind of a visual trick indeed. 22-inch wheels here, by the way, very massive, and some semi-off-road tires. So this so far it was always like, this was road use or off-road use. This could be something that might be suitable indeed for both. Do you like this idea? And you've maybe seen here the digital mirrors. They are even slimmer now from this integration. So this is then definitely more aerodynamic. Camera here, and then you have the image on the inside. Yeah, here you can see what I mean by Audi Cybertruck. It's a really cool idea here with the mountain bike here, right? Well, and speaking about Audi Cybertruck, does anyone have a cannonball for me I can throw against the window? Okay, well, I could really very well imagine that one. Actually, I want to take the bike home. Oh, what about you? And let's now take a look at the interior, and the strange thing will be there won't be any screens, but there won't be any buttons either. Hey, Mr. Audi, open these doors. Ooh. Yeah, with these suicide doors here, it always looks great on show cars. Everyone wants them in show cars, but no one wants them in real cars because then you have problems when the kids get out and so on and so on. Well, but it enables us this look to the interior. They have used a special fabric here, which has an inbuilt transition. So it's not painted on the top. It is the actual fabric itself. It is a 4-seater concept here and actually quite spacious. And you might have seen here, the floor here, the seats are attached at the inside, basically at the middle tunnel. Because of this off-road concept, when the floor is getting dirty, you can easily clean or vacuum clean it, for example. And then everything in the lower part is more for this active lifestyle, and everything in the middle part is more let's say, living room atmosphere, but kind of sporty, appealy with the steering wheel, shifting pedals here. In this case, it would only change the recuperation then. You have no physical screens at all, and there is actually a concept behind it. Oh, by the way, you've seen here the illuminated Audi logo at the steering wheel. I really like that. Because no screens means I need to get the information from somewhere else in, for example, the autonomous driving mode, because this is also thought to be level 4 autonomous drive. And then you can actually switch it from this driving mode here, let the steering wheel just disappear. And yeah, we have to be very careful now. Whoa, there we go. Ooh, that went quick. Yeah, it's not thought out yet for people with long legs. There we go. And it's gone. And then I have even more space. But now the question is, how and where do I get all my information I might want to see? I am Borg. You will be assimilated. This is the concept behind the new interior world. This is mixed reality, so it's called. These ones here are, like concept glasses. And with these, I can see what's going on here. For example, if there's like a GPS map going on, it's like here in this area or even further behind. It looks like I could touch it. You can also see it in these animations here. But of course, the whole idea behind it is that in future, I won't be wearing these, but just my normal glasses, which will then be inbuilt with some interface. They are supposed to look pretty normal. Then you can also see and do everything in here without any screen physically present. Also, for example, when you have the air vent technology, that you don't touch something physically, but you don't have #capacitive BS. You just basically turn the air vents in the air, or maybe just use your voice control or whatever. So everything blends basically into each other. So you just have this open space concept, and then everything appears basically in front of you, or you just swipe it away because you want to enjoy the nature look or so on. But after I've enjoyed all these three-dimensional visualizations, at some point I rather want to drive the car myself again, and then actually I can start the self-driving mode once again. Come closer again. It really looks cool out when it's coming out again, because at this moment here you wouldn't think that anything would be there where it could come out. But it looks really impressive. There we go. Also listen to the sound. Whoa. Yep. This is really Borg-like as well. And yeah, there we go. It's not completely a yoke steering wheel, but you see these flat ends here. Yeah. It's a little bit Formula 1 car-like as well. So I think I'd rather want to drive it myself again. And just where the umbrella is in my Rolls-Royce, here they will put a flashlight. It's not there yet, but this is an idea to have the flashlight, where usually you hide some umbrellas at your vehicle, Seating position here in the rear. Well, maybe the seats are a little bit too low but it's this very early or concept design idea. But what I found quite interesting, and that might have something to do with future vehicles that really come to play, like from looking from the inside to the outside. For example, here, this straight single-piece panoramic roof, but also at the inside of the doors, for example. So when you sit here and want to see, how's the dirt situation outside, you can look outside from the inside through the doors. And that is, for example, also a helpful feature while off-road driving. So would you take this almost 10,000 euro e-bike, or this probably a 100,000 euro premium vehicle with you? Tell me in the comments. So what is next for real? This PPE platform is developed under the head of Audi together with Porsche. With the Porsche Taycan and the Audi e-tron GT, there Porsche had the head of development. This time here then Audi, and the Audi Q6 e-tron, so the big electric next SUV, will be on this platform. Then the Audi A6 e-tron. And also with Porsche, probably we can expect some Cayenne EV and also a Panamera EV, which will also use this platform here. About the A6 e-tron, that's also getting really interesting now. So today, this one more or less an A7 Allroad e-tron. But then again, the next A6 e-tron will be a sportback. We also have a separate video of that, what it's going to look like. Pretty cool, actually. and maybe also an Avant and Estate version. But since there is not like A6 sedan, A7 Sportback, there probably will not be an A7 e-tron as we know it. So the A6 e-tron will probably be A6 and A7 basically in one vehicle. Again, take a look at that right now, or maybe another Audi concept.